And it says we are live. It's Thursday night. I'm here. You're beautiful. That must mean, baby, it's time for GotBot Goes Live. I'm your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe. And while you are at it, hit that notification bell, baby. It lets you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that is in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link and check us out on Patreon and see what we have to offer to you through spring. Or, of course, you can hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. Okay, so I'm going to try and get through things in a somewhat timely manner again here this week, largely because we have a freezing rain storm. Yes, another storm that's just starting. And once that builds up on like wires and wire poles and stuff, I'm not convinced that we're not going to lose power. Again, much like last week, although we do have our internet issues from last week apparently fixed. But much like last week, if something happens and I unexpectedly go off, it's probably related to the freezing rain. Just so you guys are aware. Let's not waste any time. Let's kind of jump into the news. And I'll say hello to you guys in a few minutes because I want to try and get through stuff, like I said, fairly timely. No unboxing tonight, by the way. I did look for a couple of things. I actually did see the concept art Megatron. Starscream Wife even thinks that he looks fabulous. What I didn't realize was just how slathered in paint he is. Holy moly. In hand, I do think that he's really impressive. No doubt about it. To go against like Studio Series 38, Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, like man, oh man, just be a stand-in as a live-action Megatron. Could even work as a G1 Megatron, certainly as a Super Megatron. I don't know where I would fit him in my collection, to be perfectly honest with you. So I've seen him, I don't have him. Just so we're clear about that. BMAC said that United Wave 2 pre-orders are going to occur in March. As well, he said there will be weekly fan streams in celebration of the 40th anniversary. I don't usually find that these fan streams are easy for me anyway to watch. I really struggle with them because they're so fake. But if you love them, then there's going to be a lot of them coming up. Speaking of fan streams and whatnot, we saw more in a fan stream with the full painted model and stuff of the HasLab Omega Prime. Currently, I checked just before we went on here, he currently stands at about 14,980 something. I mean, we're going to get to the stands at 16,000. There's no doubt about it. Wildly successful. Again, not for me, but I sure do appreciate and respect how successful it is. I do like that the legs of the Ultra Magnus seem more filled in, we'll say. You know, I would be interested to see more of his full-on articulation just to see how effective it is and how sturdy he really is. But that was one of the weaknesses of the original, was that those legs were a bit janky for sure. But you know what? They're really good on this one by the looks of it. Guinness. Let's talk about Guinness World Records. In fact, we have a new Guinness World Record holder for Transformers memorabilia. It is Mike K of San Diego. He has 10,568 unique items. Before him, the record stood at 5,150, and that was held by A.J. Ard. Mike feels that the value, though he hasn't done it up, he feels that the value of his collection is probably somewhere around $300,000. He did a full interview where he talked about playing with them with his grandma as a kid. Again, that nostalgia factor we so often hear about. He said that his favorite is God Ginrai, and I don't know if he necessarily meant God Ginrai or if he meant Power Master Optimus Prime. I would suspect as a kid he probably got the Power Master Optimus Prime that most of us did, but of course we all know now that that body type is actually Ginrai. If his favorite is God Ginrai, then it's probably the Takara version with the Apex armor. I'm pretty sure it's all the way back to G1. So yeah, if you want to break the world record for Transformers memorabilia, you're now currently going to have to be 10,568. I would guess that he, you know, He's only going to add to that collection. And apparently he's been collecting his entire life and has most things from most lines and is now kind of nitpicking some rare items and prototypes and that sort of stuff. So dedication, man, I guess is the best way to say that. Transformers Hot Wheels. That's right. We are finally seeing some of the Hot Wheels listings, I suppose. We have a listing for a box of 1/64 scale, 24 pieces. Apparently these are Transformers. There will be 5 HRV58 1932 Ford. I don't know who would have a 1932 Ford alt mode. I don't really know vehicles either, so maybe I'm just not remembering who that would be. 5 HRV59 Morris Mini. I don't know. I'm a van. I have no idea. HRV60, a 60s Fiat 5000, or is that 500D? I'm not sure what I got written there. Again, I don't know cars, but a 60s Fiat. I didn't even know Fiat was around in the 60s. 5 HRV61 1967 Austin minivan, and 4, not 5, 4 62 Volkswagen Beetle. I think we all know that one's going to be Bumblebee. Who the other ones are, I don't know because I don't know the vehicles. If you do, cool, I guess. And I'm going to show this to take us to the comments. Oh, actually, I can close that one because I already did it. I want to, yeah, this one. Let's share this. This one here. So I do have, and I do love the original Silverbolt. And you know what? This guy is pretty great. The only thing I never liked about this Silverbolt was how his hips, Starscream wife is there being a distraction for the record, dancing like, it ain't right. It looks like something from, I don't know, like a Mario character or something. The only thing I didn't like about Silverbolt is how his hips had to go together, and this doesn't really hold it in place, and how big his backpack is. It's gigantic. This one seems to have a sleeker backpack. I love the alt mode. Certainly something that's much, I can't say much bigger, but certainly bigger. I like that the wings are more natural instead of having to stay like this. So, like, I love this one. Undoubtedly, the new one is going to be more impressive. I mean, I'm not going to lie. We all know how nice this looks, right? And it's certainly bigger than Black Arachnia. Not that that's saying much. I really hope this is a true blue Voyager, just like Thundertron was, right? Like, he really is a true blue Voyager. He's great. I hope this guy is as well. So let's close that and let's see what you guys are saying. Hold on here. As we go down. Hey Big M, hey Darren, hey Caldeo. My week has been busy. Hey Marcus, hey Franzies. Hey Mike. Just got MMC's Helix to go with the DJD. I mean, I don't know who Helix is. I have no idea who it is, but I do love MMC. So you know what? Enjoy. Yeah, man, we've been having so many storms. In the last 5 or 6 days, I've been like outside shoveling something like 14 and a half hours or something. Like, it's nuts. That's a long time shoveling, man, over a few days. Like, each day was like, I had a couple of days where it was like 6.5 hours and then like 4 hours, and then it was like another 4 hours, and then it was like 2 hours, and then it was like 45 minutes here, 45 minutes there. It's just, it's tiring. So when people ask me, like, how was your week? Tiring, busy. Thank God tomorrow's Friday. Hey Lion, keep warm. We're fairly warm. It's supposed to, like, the freezing rain tomorrow after all of this, and after it's so slippery, it should eventually turn to rain. Although you're going to have all of that on top of ice and like 91 centimeters of snow. Anyway, it's a lot. I'm glad tomorrow's Friday. Let's put it that way. Hey, Brian. I'm not a movie bots fan, but Concept Megs looks pretty sick. Yeah, he's pretty sweet looking in hand. He looks better than I even thought he did from the pictures. And I feel like he's one of those, like, you can't appreciate a man until you see him in hand and see how the paint really pops on the guy. And so much molded detail. I mean, I don't know if it's a true blue leader. I really don't. But man, I'll give credit where credit is due, that they really seem to have tried to pull out a lot of the stops. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. Hard to beat Series 38 Optimus. Wouldn't know. Don't know the mold. I have never handled it. But I've heard good things. That's all I can say. Anyone see T fan pages tutorial on how to make concept rumble into a target master? No, but I can imagine it's not that hard. I still haven't owned the SS38. No, me either. Let's see. I want to get some spy changers because I heard they could fit on Hot Wheels tracks. I wouldn't know. 10,568. Yep. Hey, Manitoba. Hey, Boscani. Anyone thought what? Anyone thought retire collecting because my collecting days are numbered? Yeah, me. I'm working on an exit strategy right now. I'm all about Hot Wheels, but I would like an entire subline of Transformers turning into actual Hot Wheels cars. Well, I mean, they turn. I mean, do you mean like you just want them small? Wouldn't that be like core class? Like, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what you mean, but maybe the concept Megatron could be an alternate universe version of Bayverse Megatron with the soft reboot timeline. Well, I don't believe in the soft reboot. It's all one timeline. If until Lorenzo says it, it's one timeline. He has the money. He pulls the purse strings. He's the guy with the final say. It doesn't matter what directors say because they change out and stuff. The only one who's consistent through it all is Lorenzo. And Lorenzo says it's all one. So it's all one. Like it, hate it, agree, disagree. He's the producer. He got the bank account. He's the only opinion that matters for right or wrong. Hey, Ash. I'm thinking of retiring when I mean, it's not really retiring. You're just going to stop collecting. You're not retiring. I would imagine you're quite young. You got a whole life ahead of you. You're just going to stop collecting. I don't know of any Transformers with older model cars like that. No, me either. So it was a little confusing to me. Taking huge break from collecting. Enjoy seeing what's there and being a part of the Transformers community. Fair enough. Hey, Ken. And if I skip stuff, guys, I apologize because I am trying to stay somewhat timely here, right? Let's go down here a bit. I plan on getting out of collecting this year. It would be cool if Mattel made die-cast versions of Transformers vehicles. I mean, I would imagine that they probably will. Isn't that, you're saying that, but isn't that what Hot Wheels are? Wouldn't that be die-cast versions? I don't know. I'm not really into that stuff, so I guess I shouldn't say much because I'd really be kind of talking out of my butt because I really don't know. Whenever I'm done with my OC Hyperion collections, then I am retiring. The Silverbolt looks cool. Yeah, the Silverbolt looks really cool. Hey, Lee Bird. Hey, Grimlock Gone. 75 degrees there. Is that making you angry? I don't know. Is 75 good or bad? I don't know what, I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know what that translates to in Celsius. Pretty hot in Texas. Isn't it always hot in Texas? Am I wrong about that? I always figured it was always hot in Texas. Like Arizona, I figure is always hot. I figure Florida, well, most of the time Florida is. They get storms. We have no snow, and it's a balmy 10 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty balmy. Although I would take 10 degrees now. Does anyone remember the old 2007 movie Long Arm, Long Arm Figure? No, I don't. I don't have an answer for what I want to see updated. Honestly, I really don't. I don't tend to speculate. Sorry, Stamper, I really don't have an answer for you. It's pretty warm. Probably if I was hard pressed to pick one, probably Black Arachnia. I hate the Kingdom one. I think it was an abysmal failure, and it's not a deluxe. A better hot rod because the 86 is trash. It's so bad. So maybe one of those if I was hard pressed, but I mean, I'm kind of happy with the animated Black Arachnia. I'm kind of happy with the Titans Return hot rod. So if I was really forced, anything that we've never had updated, like give me Predators, give me Throttlebots, give me Omnibots. They've never been done. Stop giving me Optimus Prime. Stop giving me Megatron. Stop giving me Grimlock. They're done. They're done a billion times over. We have perfect versions of them. You don't need to do them anymore. But that's just me. That's just me. I know that a lot of people disagree with that. 24 degrees their whole. Oh, okay, about 24 degrees. Yeah, that's too hot on the other end for me. There was a Transformer like Hot Wheels toy line a long time ago. I see them. What's called Streetwise? I don't know. Do you think animated Megatron will get his own mold or be a crappy retool? I would like to think that he would get his own mold. He deserves it. A lot of people hate Throttlebots, but I'm waiting for them too. I don't know why anybody would hate Throttlebots. They don't have enough character to be hated. I want a Thunderwing and Thunderclash. Yeah, Thunderclash should be good. Thunderwing would be all right too. I got a custom Thunderwing, so I'm not super big on it. Like update Sea Spray. Why? The Titans Return one is fabulous. Why update something that's already fabulous? Like I don't know. I don't get people that want stuff updated that's been updated within the last 5 or 6 years. Like if it hasn't been updated in maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years, then yeah. Or at all, we got stuff that's never been updated. Why another Sea Spray? Do stuff we've never had. Streetwise, one of the protector bots. I want Battle Gaia and RID 2001 Ruination. I thought that they did an RID 2001 Ruination from the Bruticus mold as a Japanese box set. I could be wrong about that. Didn't they call it Baldigus? Isn't that supposed to be Ruination, or am I wrong about that? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, Titans Return Sea Spray is great. Don't see what they could do to improve it on me either, really. I don't mind these updates because there's a lot of characters I don't own. Then just go back and get the good ones that are a lot cheaper. Anyway, let's move on. Voyager Silverbolt we just did. Beast Wars EEO store, whatever that is, in Japan, is doing a merch lottery. So a bunch of Beast Wars merch. For example, there's a 4% chance that you could have the opportunity to buy a steel mug with a Maximal symbol on it. There's a 4% chance of the mug. There's an 8% chance you could win a tote bag. Or no, you don't win it. I think you win the opportunity to buy a tote bag. Why would you do a lottery to buy something? I don't know. I think you probably pay an amount. Maybe you pay an amount. Looking at the details, maybe what you do is you pay a set amount, and then you have a chance of winning one of these things. Anyway, 4% chance of a mug, 8% chance of a tote bag, 16% chance of an acrylic keychain with either Optimus, Cheetor, Rat Trap, Dinobot, Beast Wars Megatron, Pterosaur, Waspinator, or Tarantulas on the keychain. A 32% chance to get a metal pin, which really is the same choices of characters. And a 40% chance of getting a coaster. One coaster to put one drink on. And that could be the characters' faces or whatever. It's 2 characters on a coaster. So like it might be like Optimus and Megatron. It might be like Rat Trap and Pterosaur on a coaster. Or you can get a Maximal symbol or Predacon symbol. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know. I'm not one for spending money on a chance to win something like that. I'm not a gambler. Other people are. I mean, to each their own. If you live in Japan, you want a pin set or a pin or an acrylic keychain, and you want to spend like 5 yen or something, like I don't know, do it, I guess. But this does interest me. A wall clock that has Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, Grimlock, Soundwave, and Starscream on it. As a matter of fact, why don't we take a look at that wall clock right now? Where is the clock? For those who may not have seen it. Yeah, here we are. There, that's the clock. You can see how nice it is actually sculpted. Really nice. The face is kind of the Autobot grid behind it, where we usually see Transformers written, and all of the characters are molded around. Like Grim is up top there, and you see Optimus down, like on the, well, I'm looking at it, so down on the left side for me. Down the left side for you, I guess, too, looking at it. Megatron over on the right. The pendulum down below is an Autobot / Decepticon logo done as one. I think it's a gorgeous looking wall clock, honestly. The base that it's on has a little matrix on it. It retails for $199.99 US and will be available in April. So pricey, but it's basically like, well, it's not like it. Not only is it a wall clock, it's kind of like when you get like a cuckoo clock or something, except this isn't a cuckoo clock, and you mount it on the wall. Like that's what it is, right? But I think the detailing here is really, really special. Really, really beautiful, honestly. Studio Series Wave 23. That's the wave with Scorponok and Wheeljack. That's out in both the US and the UK. TFCon LA will host Hal Rail. I think I'm saying his name right. Who was the voice of Snarl and Shrapnel in G1. I'm not going to lie, I had no idea that Snarl and Shrapnel had the same voice actor. Good on him. Like, cool. Because he sounds a lot different, honestly. What else do we have here? Beast Wars 2 episodes 1 and 2 are up for streaming on YouTube by Takara. They are not region locked or anything like that, so any of us can go and watch it. They are in HD, however, they are only in Japanese. They do not have English subtitles as of yet. Word is that every Tuesday there will be a new episode of Beast Wars 2. So if you're not familiar with, for example, Galvatron, Tasmania Kid, Lio Convoy, so on and so forth, this is an opportunity to get a bit familiar with those characters. So Beast Wars 2 going up. Hopefully subtitles or some such thing will go at it. threezero showed off their G1 colored Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Megatron. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at them right now. So I've often talked about what is this? Oh, I don't need that. I don't need that one. What one is that? Yeah, that's that. I can close that. I've often talked about, where is it? One second. 1 second here, guys. Bear with me momentarily. Where is it that I wanted to show you guys? Hold on. Hang tight. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. So I've often talked about the threezero M Deluxes. They're the affordable ones. And I said nothing really does them justice. Pictures do not do them justice. These three molds I've talked about on many occasions. I've seen in hand the Bumblebee. I think he's like 70 Canadian. Wild amount of paint and molded in detail. Astonishing articulation. Now, this one is a bit different where his upper arms and his legs are indeed black. I don't think that the stylized head does him any favors, but other than that, I think it's like neck down. I think it's a really excellent version of Robot Bumblebee. Same with Megatron. I think the Megatron is pretty stupendous. He's a lot more silvery, just in his regular release rather than his more gray that's here. The red on the inside of the legs, I think that might be new. I do wish that he had his black like eyebrows and the little triangles on his head. He doesn't have that. And the Optimus, I've also seen in hand. Very detailed, very, very nice. This is very similar to the one I've seen, except I think the colors are just going to be a bit brighter and a bit more vibrant. All of these stand somewhere between, say, 5 to 7 inches. So we're looking at like mainline kind of size, but definitely they have like I think they got like a die cast frame, if I'm not mistaken. I think they have something like, 50, 60 points of articulation. So like there's a lot there about those offerings to really, really like. Also, while we're at it, we also saw images, and I'll show this too, of, where is it? Yeah. We also saw images of this. And this is, of course, the missing link Optimus Prime. You can see how his shoulders can go out. I'm thinking that's about as far as they go out. And you can see that like he has a forward bend in the leg. He has knee. He even has ankle tilt. This is the Optimus I wanted as a kid. When I was a kid, I often said, how come like his legs can't go forward? Just make the grill flip out. And that's what they're doing. Why can't the arms go out to the side? Now they can. How come he has a knee, but how come like, it only bends back? Like it can't do anything forward. Why couldn't they put like a hinge there? Now they have. We have advanced, for me anyway, we have advanced far beyond this now. What with the like Earthrise, the Siege, in terms of mainline offerings, even the classics or even the Combiner Wars, if that's your thing. The evasion mode, right? I think we've gone beyond this. I understand the appeal here. I get the draw, and if you're in for this and you're buying this and this is the G1 that you wanted and you need it, go for it. I get it. I just now I've moved beyond it some 40 years later. Like this is what I wanted 40 years ago. I don't know why they didn't do it then. That's all I'm going to say. I would have never thought of putting something in the chest like a Matrix, like they have done now. But you know what? I'm not angry about it at all. I think it's a really, really nice feature for them to add. I prefer the more cartoon accurate colors, but I would also want the trailer. This would be a case if I was in for it, I'd really have to have both of them. Okay, let's check in with you guys again because I know you've been talking away there. Hey, John. They did a Ruin Nation and United, but it's too expensive. Oh, well, then I like that, guys. That's not an excuse. When people say like, oh, they should update that again because the other one is too expensive. If you missed it, then that's on you. If it only came out a few years ago, that's on you. If you didn't buy it then that's on you. It exists. It's there. Save up for it. Rather than asking for the same stuff over and over and over and over and over. I don't know about anybody else, but I get fatigued with it. Like, I'm fatigued. How many Megatrons can we have, man? I don't know. I'm fatigued, I guess. I hope you get what you want. That's all I'm going to say. I hope you get what you want. Let's make the propellers pinned. I accidentally popped the propeller off and lost it. That's rough. Yeah, Baldigus. Get Baldigus. I don't know how expensive that is, but again, it's a Japanese import, so. And maybe they will redo it. I don't know. They make weird choices. Bag or mug. Mug is a bag. Yeah. Personally, I'm looking out for Transformers animated Spitter. I hope you get it. Honestly, I hope you get a Spitter. Wall Clock is weird, but I like the look of it. I think it's really nice. Saw the Wall Clock earlier. That's a neat clock. What more do you want? I don't know. I love clocks. Like I got a lot of clocks. But I'm a teacher, so like I live by the bell. I live by the clock. I still wear a watch, right? Time to break your wallets. Hardly. Actually, there's very little coming up that I have any remote interest in, which is nice because I get a break. Hey, Sean Z. Hey, Anthony. Getting over a cold. Hope you feel better, buddy. Take care and rest up. Wait for the English subtitles for Beast Wars 2. Yeah, I mean, unless you know Japanese, it's a bit hard to follow for sure. Now, I mean, they exist on YouTube with subtitles already for the record. It's just not going to be in HD quality. Let's go down here. I got to get that Prime. That's fair. Hey, Maximal 10. Transformers Cuckoo Clock. I mean, I like it. I like it. I think it's neat. Okay, moving on from that. Fans Hobby showed their Armada Starscream, but he has an alternate alt mode configuration that makes him look more like an F-22 Raptor, which would be a nice kind of nod, I believe, to like either the live action version of Starscream or Energon Starscream. So let me show you what I mean, in case you haven't seen it. And again, I'm not a Unicron trilogy guy, as we know, but I thought this was neat. Look at that. So you can see that on one side there, you obviously have an Armada Starscream. You can see like his cannon things from his shoulders on top, and you can see the like slender wings and stuff. But then if you look on the other side, you see that those cannon pieces that are on top of the plane are now under his wings, and you'll notice the wings are a bit of a different configuration as well, wider for sure. So could you kind of be getting two bots in one, a version thereof here? I'll be very interested to see this full color. I'll be very interested to see this in robot mode, to see kind of how it plays out there. But I find it interesting that there are two different configurations here, unless they're two different offerings, but I don't think so. I think it's the same mold, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just check in here a second with you guys again. The ads are getting more annoying, so you pay more money. I'm not sure what that means, but okay. I agree with you, but I don't know what that means. I got the Missing Link Prime on pre-order. Not sure I'll actually open him or keep. Oh no, you got to open it. If you're getting it, you got to open them. Yeah, at TMNT crossover, we'll get there. We're not there yet. I never got a taste of the original Optimus Prime. Oh, well, then that's fair. That'd be a fair reason to get it, I suppose. Transformer Cuckoo Clock for me, yes. Think we'll get animated Legacy Oil Slick. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, to get animated, the Optimus is going to have to sell super well. It's as simple as that. If you want more animated, you're going to have to buy the animated that's out there. I saw the Starscream mold. What? I saw that Starscream mold, like an upgrade kit similar to Earthrise. Maybe. I don't think it's an upgrade kit, though. I think it's just all-inclusive, but maybe it's an upgrade kit. I don't know. Could be, I suppose. We also saw, and I guess I'll show this now, because why not? I keep picking this up, but you know what? I might as well just do it now and get these over with. This is, yeah, this here. This is weird. This to me is odd. It is a core class Beast Machines Cheetor, and I don't hate it. Like, honestly, in looking at that Cheetor, like, it pretty much looks like Beast Machines Cheetor, but why is he core class? I do think the cat mode, I wonder if I can, let's try something here. Can you guys, yeah, cat mode. Like, I think the cat mode is a little weird looking, but for what you can pull off at core class, I don't hate it. I think it's neat. I just don't understand why it exists as a core class. This is one of those core class offerings that baffles me, because like he should be a lot taller and a lot bigger than that. Like, I'm thinking Voyager would make sense maybe for him. That's kind of where I'm to with him. But I mean, cool, I guess, if you want a core class Cheetor. Maybe they're just testing the waters. Let's do a core class Cheetor. If it sells, maybe we'll do some more Beast Machines. If it doesn't, not a lot of investment dollars went into it. Like, maybe that's their thinking. I can believe that's their thinking. We also saw this. I think this is impressive. Long story short, here, in case you didn't see this, this is a very early bit of work on an apparent statue, collectible studio Unicron on throne statue. I don't know the size, I don't know the price, I don't know anything other than what you're seeing here right now along with me, but I have to give credit where credit's due. I think that that looks really menacing. Definitely stylized. No doubt that it's definitely quite stylized, but I do very much like the look of it. What else do we have here? I don't have a like a picture for this, but we need a picture for this. What is this? Actually, I will show this one now. That way I can close it too. DX9. DX9 is doing a Legends class version of Jinrai. And you'll notice on top of him there's a little grayscale of a Legends class Brainstorm. Of course, next to him we have Chrome Dome, and I don't, is that a double dealer? A little Legends double dealer, maybe? Only a grayscale, only this one picture yet, but man, oh man, that looks really nice. DX9 dipping their toe into the Legends class, core class market. Will it be to their benefit? I guess time will tell. I can't wait to see more of this project, though, because I think that for will this be a Ginrai and a Super Ginrai? Will it just be a Super Ginrai? Will it be a Power Master Optimus Prime? We're not 100% sure yet, but man, oh man, I got to be honest and say that looks really darn tootin' good. At least it does to me. The missing link Optimus we got done. Kane is being released for Raiden and coming with a box that's like a collector box for all 6 of the train bots and Raiden. Lazy Eyebrow recently put up a picture with Legacy Menasor, Combiner War Superion, both kind of doing the hero pose, the Iron Man pose. And then in between them, we had the leg of MPG Raiden and real limited knee bend, super duper trash garbage limited knee bend. Very disappointed and unimpressed with it, honestly. Enough that I'd been thinking about that Raiden and seeing how limited the knee is. I'm like, don't even want it. Not even remotely interested in it anymore. And I can't tell you where to find it. Check out, I don't know, wherever Lazy Eyebrow posts pictures. I saw it on Facebook. Are we down to the listings yet? Are we down to all of the Wealth O listings? I think I have one more piece of news before I get into the wealth of listings and my thoughts about that. I also did that one. Just want to make sure here now. Bear with me a second. We have that done too. Yeah. So, what was that? Yeah, the Earthspark Deluxe Prowl came out. And what an abysmal disappointment that thing is, honestly. A real abysmal disappointment. It is a recolor, redeco of the Cyberverse Deluxe Hot Rod. So if you know that mold, you know the Prowl. Except this time it's Hot Rod if he was a police car. And like I don't even know if they remolded anything. Like he even has like the smirk on his face like Hot Rod. It feels very Transformers Prime-esque to me rather than like a G1 thing. But I feel like the paint job they're pulling off is trying to be G1. I like the look of the Cyberverse Prowl better than the look of the Earthspark Prowl. And I don't believe for a second that Earthspark Prowl looks like that in the show. This is just another rehash of a Cyberverse one that came out that honestly around here, the Cyberverse stuff didn't sell that well. They start off with a bunch of gimmick junk and the good stuff that came near the end just didn't sell well. My guess is they're saying, hey, the good stuff came at the end. Let's start with the good stuff because a lot of people skipped it, missed it. Probably won't realize it's just a redeco. But most of us are going to realize it. Give us more credit than that, Hasbro. Give us more credit than that. Let's do the trivia, and then we'll do the last bit of news there. The trivia. No pickups, by the way, again, for anybody just coming in. The trivia this week, I think this is a fairly easy one. I hope this is an easy one. In what other show does the generic Autobot Autobop P music commonly used in? What other show is the Autobot music used in? If you don't know what I'm talking about, you know in Transformers G1 that generic like rock / pop music that they play, it's used a lot in Autobop. What other show was that used in pretty regularly? A, The Incredible Hulk. B, Mask. C, The Amazing Spider-Man. Or D, Turbo Teen. What other show used that generic rock / pop music that we hear in Autobop? Sometimes we hear it come from Soundwave, we've heard it from Blaster, we've heard it from Jazz. A, B, C, or D. Did it also get used in the Incredible Hulk cartoon, the Mask cartoon, the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon, or Turbo Teen? Let's see what you guys are saying. I'm going to go up here just a little bit. Hey, Albert. Let's see. You still want an 80s robot watch? Well, go looking for one then. I saw that Starscream mold. No, I already read that. The Starscream also looks like the 07 Starscream with missile fingers. I said that, Blue. If you were listening, I actually said that. Beast Machine's original was a Titan. This time he's a kitten. Well, it was Supreme, but I think a lot of people said this makes no sense for this Cheetor. This is wildly too big. So that was wildly too big. This seems wildly too small. He's somewhere in a happy medium. I'm feeling some Kraft mac and cheese crossover potential here with Cheetor. Yeah, probably. Or maybe a Cheetos crossover. Turn him into Chester. Are they updating Beast Machines? Update Megatron then. I mean, I don't see you're saying update Megatron. Like, they're gonna try a good guy because the Autobots and the Maximals sell better than the Decepticons and the Predacons. It's just the way it is. If a popular Maximal sells, then they'll do more. If a popular Maximal doesn't sell, then they won't do more. It's really as simple as that. I don't know why anybody thinks anything different. That's how business works. That's how their mind works. Do we make a boatload of money from this? No. Well, then we're not doing more. Do we make a boatload of money from this? Yes. Let's do more. That's why they keep going back to G1. For right or wrong, they keep going back to G1. Cheaper too, I think. Your first pro was a side swipe retool from Spy Changers. Okay. I don't really remember Spy Changers, but okay. I think I probably looked at a couple of them. We haven't done the listings yet. I'm gonna run through them. Let's see what we got here. B. Cold Slither. I don't know what that is. Okay. B, C, C, B, question mark, C, Mask, The Amazing Spider-Man. I heard it in a Black Cat scene. B. It was C, The Amazing Spider-Man, which was the show that came on before Spider-Man and His Amazing Friend. So it's an 80s show as well. And yeah, it was used there as well. In fact, I think it was used there before it was used in Transformers. So go figure. Yeah, see, The Amazing Spider-Man. My favorite superhero, by the way. Him and Batman were always my faves. Okay. Let me just get caught up right here, and then we're going to get into those listings. Haven't seen any of those shows. The Incredible Hulk was a good one, too. I really enjoyed that. Mask was brilliant. Turbo Teen, I loved it. Dude turned into a car. I can't remember why he turned into a car, but he certainly did. We need to make Decepticons great again. We need to make Decepticons great again. Okay, ladies and gents. Hold on here. Let's just lay this stuff here. Let's get into the listings and get out of here, shall we? So the very first thing is that, yes, a collaboration with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, as was mentioned earlier here. And it's going to be the Party Van. It's the listing actually goes Project Renaissance. We did talk about Project Renaissance before. Project Renaissance Party Wagon F9656 is the product number. I don't know what mold they're going to use for this or how big it's going to be, but yeah, they're doing the Party Wagon. So I guess we'll see when that gets revealed, I assume it turns into a turtle. I don't know. I feel like it would make sense. Do you remember the metal turtle? I think his name was Metalhead, and it was a metallic, like robotic turtle. It would make sense to me that the Party Wagon turns into Metalhead, honestly. Um, the Mayhem 2-packs, which I believe are going to be Amazon exclusive. The Voyager Bludgeon Deluxe Ruckus, that is G0182 is the product code for that one. I don't know what they're going to use for the Ruckus. I can't think of a truck mold necessarily recently, except for if they adapted the like crankcase skids, cross-cut medics mold, maybe. I assume Voyager Bludgeon will be a redeco of Evolution Voyager Bludgeon, which I also saw this week. He looks really cool too. Really, really, really looks nice. First time I've seen him. I love the Tarn mold. I would expect that to be really good. I didn't pop for it because I'm happy with my Reveal the Shield one with his, weird skeletal face and stuff. But if you're in for this bludgeon and you like the Alex Milne design, man, it's a great looking bludgeon and a great mold. Then we get to Deluxe Chop Shop and Deluxe Barrage G0201. And you know what? Like I want those. I want those because I have Ransack, and I'd love to have Barrage and oh goodness, I'm drawing a blank. Chop Shop. I have Chop Shop. I have a Legends class Chop Shop. I'd like a Barrage, and then we need Venom. We do need a proper Venom to give us all of the deluxe Insecticons. Right now, the only deluxe Insecticons I got is this guy. I do have the core Chop Shop and the little tiny Venom that was called Venom. They came with a core class Starscream, I think it was. No, core class, Legends class, Acid Storm, and was a little Target Mastery dude. Do I have one right there? No, I don't have one out front, but it was like a little Waspinator. The little Waspinator came with the Starscream. So neat, I suppose. And then a deluxe knockout, which I assume is the legacy knockout. Maybe a different deco, but I assume the legacy knockout. And Windsweeper. I would reckon that Windsweeper is probably going to be a reuse of Needle Nose. I'm thinking, which was a great mold. Needle Nose was great. I mean, Sunbeam and I can't remember the other guy's name now. Anyway, the two Target Masters were nothing great. But Needle Nose was pretty great. I would think that Windsweeper will be a version of that. That would make sense for a deluxe. So, not really in for the Party Van. Not really in for Bludgeon and Ruckus. Probably in for Chop Shop and Barrage. Not sure I'm in for Knockout and Windsweeper, though I would like to have a Windsweeper. So I might be in for it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But then that brings us to the 2025 listings, a whole bunch of 2025 listings. I just want to make sure I got them all there so we can get going. Yes. Okay. Let me get a drink, and then we're going to do this, and then I'm going to get out of here. What do you guys say? Actually getting new versions of the Deluxe Insecticons. Nice. Definitely want the Deluxe Insecticons. Maybe Knockout. I want the Jazz. The Jazz has been out like a dozen times, man. How do you not already have that? Aggressive ads? I don't know how you're having. What's aggressive ads? I don't know what that is. I don't know. Hold on. See if I can. Nope, that's not the way I wanted to go. See if I can do something to help this. What am I doing here? I don't think I'm going to be able to do much, guys. So weird. I used to be able to like skip the ads, but I don't see the choice there anymore. Very weird. I don't know. I'm trying to skip them for you. Okay, let's get going here, shall we? So, very first thing, Transformers Generation Studio Series. Repacks of 86 Perceptor. Tremendous. If you didn't get it, get the repack. Jazz. I would hope that this one doesn't turn yellow. Transformers 7, which I think is Rise of the Beast. Optimus Prime. Shouldn't be a Buzzworthy Bumblebee exclusive. So if you wanted to get that Optimus Prime in Studio Series, didn't want or didn't have an opportunity to get it as an exclusive for Buzzworthy Bumblebee, it looks like it's going to be repacked as just a regular Studio Series offering. 86 Grimlock, I completely support them redoing him. A lot of people miss Grimlock. They got all the other Dinobots, don't have Grimlock. I think a repack of him is a smart idea. And they're repacking, for some reason, Dark of the Moon Shockwave, who I don't know how well that sold, but okay, cool, do what you want to do. Then we have a bunch of new listings. A-Level Deluxe, Transformers 1, B127. The number is G0619. So it looks like in Transformers 1, Bumblebee won't be Bumblebee. He'll be B127. So, okay, cool. I think that B looks like a pretty cool looking alt mode, actually. A-Level Deluxe. Dev Optimus Prime. I remember seeing the listing for a Deluxe Optimus Prime and found it weird. But it looks like, and I'm guessing Dev might be Devastation, right? From Transformers Devastation. It could be a Devastation Deluxe Optimus Prime. Possibly. I don't know. But I do know that the product number is G0620. Then we have Deluxe Transformers 7 Double Punch. I have no idea who or what that is. Transformers 7 would be Rise of the Beast. I don't remember a Double Punch in there. G0533. Deluxe Transformers 3 Hatchet. Back up and on the go. Yes, I want a Hatchet for sure. Possibly a Double Punch, because I don't really know what it is. G0539. Then we have Studio Series Movie 6 Bumblebee. How many Bumblebees can we have? I mean, movie 6, would that be Buzzworthy Bumblebee? Or, sorry, would that be the Bumblebee movie Bumblebee? Didn't we already get that? G0564. Transformers 1 Deluxe Starscream. I'm not sure why you would get a Deluxe Starscream when you can get the Voyager one in that 2-pack. But, okay, cool. A Deluxe Transformers 1 Starscream. G0566. Transformers 3 Q, which is very interesting since everybody refers to that as Wheeljack. Are they now going to have Q and Wheeljack be two separate characters? Very interesting. But Transformers 3, which is Dark of the Moon Q, G0567, Deluxe 86 Bone Crusher, Deluxe 86 Scavenger, Deluxe 86, sorry, Voyager 86 Mixmaster, Voyager 86 Scrapper, G0586, G0570, G0563, and G0562. 2 Deluxe arms, 2 Voyager legs. I would guess, quite possibly, that Hook will be a Deluxe with Devastator's head, I would guess. And probably a leader class for long haul. I think this is 100% a complete waste of money, a complete waste of development time, a complete waste of development dollars, a complete waste of money. They already did Devastator. And if you get the Takara one, it already has everything. Now, here's what I will say. While I feel that way personally, and I'm not in for another Devastator, here's what I would say. This came out in 2015. Without the Perfect Effect add-on kit, this has a lot of imperfections, not the least of which is that Scrapper here doesn't even have an elbow. Some have really complained about the hollowness on this guy. This is now going to be for 2025. Remember earlier I talked about maybe update in 10 years. So, while I don't see a need for this because this version was reissued in 2019 as well, if you do, I can say that, you know what, we're about 10 years on. Maybe it's time for an update. The only thing that goes against that for me is how many versions of Devastator do we already have on the market? I don't know if this is going to sell that well. We'll have to see. I don't think I'm in for it, but if you are, because you missed that, or you don't want Green Giant, or you don't want the Jin Bao, or you don't want Generation Toy, or you don't want Toy Worlds, or you don't want Hulky, or you don't want the KO of Hulky, or you don't want the KO that's the downsized version of the Combiner Wars one, or any of the other plethora of Devastators out there, then start collecting these, I guess. I don't know if it'll be any good, But 4 of them have listings. Make of that what you will. Get all that out of it. War for Cybertron Auto Soldier G0571. I might be in for that. I mean, why not? Unless it's a reuse of the not very good barricade mold. Remember, all of these are studio series. Transformers 4 Widowmaker. She was a canceled character that I thought looked amazing, like a femme fatale, if you will. I'm going to say it now. She's going to be concept art, and I'm 100% in for her. I think she looks so cool. If you haven't looked up Transformers Widowmaker, do it. Man, oh man, she looks really cool. She was supposed to be in Age of Extinction and got cut, apparently. War for Cybertron Skywarp, which of course is going to be a Voyager. It's going to be a reuse of the Gamer Edition Starscream. So Skywarp's number is G0534. By the way, Widowmaker's number is G0857. Thundercracker, obviously. His is G0561. Voyager, War for Cybertron, Ironhide. I thought we had a deluxe Ironhide, but maybe I'm wrong. War for Cybertron Ironhide, G0559. Actually, that deluxe was probably from the Bumblebee movie. I stand corrected. Voyager Transformers 1. I find this one very interesting. Voyager Transformers 1 Sentinel Prime. Maybe I'll be in for that. Maybe. G0560. Leader Transformers 7 Ape Link. G0480. It has to be. It has to be like a repaint, maybe a remold, maybe a new head of the Optimus Primal, right? Like it has to be, right? It just has to be. That Primal, by the way, is amazingly well done. Very, very well done. So Ape Link should be very, very good, I would think. Leader class, Age of Extinction, Transformers 4 Optimus Prime. So I don't know if that's going to be the evasion mode one or him as like a knight. The number for that, though, is G0482. I'm not thinking evasion mode. I think that if it was evasion mode, they would say evasion mode. Leader 86 Megatron, G0484. I don't know how they're doing this as a leader. I don't know what their intention is. A lot of people said it's going to be like a Siege repaint or something. That's a Voyager. I think this is going to be its own mold, but it was said a while ago that if they did an 86 Megatron, he would be a tank. So his robot mode may look like it did in the show, but I would guess he's going to be a tank. Before anybody, flips tables, the law is the law. They're not going to make him into a Walther P-38. They're just not going to do it because it's illegal. They can't. The only way to do it is to really discolor them, miscolor them. I don't see it happening. Maybe they'll find a workaround. I don't know. And then lastly, Leader Galvatron G0481. But come on, like it's just going to be this guy, right? The only differences will be the red crest or the red dot on his head will be painted. I already have that done. His little goatee will be colored in. I got that done. The red will be up on his shoulder pauldrons instead of there just being silver. I got that done. And I don't really see what else they could do to recolor this guy. I can't imagine them making a new leader class mold when this one is pretty much perfect. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they will. I don't know. But I feel like what they're going to do is a slight repaint and a reissue of this guy, which I'm not angry about. I don't need it, but I'm not angry about it. So at the end of the day, what do I think about all of these listings? Of all of these 2025 listings, there's 1, 2, 3, and a question mark that I have interest in. Everything else, I either already own a version I'm happy with, or I just don't have an interest in it. Maybe, though, you, my friends, do. That's an awful lot of product. And if you missed a lot of these older things, some, 5 to 10 years now, I hope you get an opportunity to get all of the goodness you want here and now. And with that said, my friends, I'm going to get out of here. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate you coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through spring, or of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you are at it, please hit the subscribe button, stick around, have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget that somehow, some way, each and every single day, you right there, you do make a difference in the entire world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams here on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres, or the old fashioned way right here inside the videos.